everyone, welcome back to Eternal Midnight. So, Chad and I were in London when we met with gypsies and betting groups and robbers, and then we went a bit inwards with with Daniel Craig and his acting debut, and as well as an evil Dumbledore and drugs. And now we're going forward. We're going across the bay, across the sea to Indonesia, with martial arts, assassins, and basically fucked up violence. The night comes to us. Chad, what do you think of The Night Comes to Us? What do you think of this movie?
This movie was incredible.
Yeah.
Normally, Santino and I, we'll usually watch these, and then we'll record right after. This one, it was like I had something I had to take care of right after, and I'm glad that it gave me some time to sleep on it, because it's been about 24 hours, a little under 24 hours since I finished it, and it stuck with me all day today. I mean, this is I will put it this way: if John Wick is your thing, this will be your new thing. I mean, John Wick's got some great fights, great violence. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, this was This makes the Kill Bill Volume 1 fight at the end, just cranked up. I mean, this was insane.
Yeah, right. It makes John Wick look like a PG-13 movie.
Oh, easily. I mean, we got body parts flying all over. People died in so many different ways in this movie.
In very creative ways.
Very.
So, a little background for this movie. So, I watch a lot of Asian action movies, and this is the best one. I'm telling you, this is the best one. And I'm glad I recommended it first.
That's the one thing I asked him about when we were done finishing it, because we got a list. Don't worry, we got a list of these that are coming soon.
Yeah.
And I asked him afterwards. I was like, so out of the list you gave me, what is this one? He's like, this is the best one. I'm like, we should have saved this one for last.
No, but I wanted to show you this so you get a feel of what you're expecting, because all these movies, the 6 movies I recommended to you, Night Comes to Us.
Well, let's save it. Let's save it. Let's keep it a surprise.
All right. But all these movies I recommended to you, they're all this type of violence, and
Good.
the director Timo Tajanto, I hope I'm saying his name right, or Timo Tajanto.
I would say I can't pronounce that.
He directed a lot of Korean and Indonesian horror slasher flicks. So this is he put that violence and gore of the horror slasher Korean stuff, and he made it into a action movie. And man, it worked. So
what's the plot of this story?
So the plot is very simple. It's a very simple plot that anyone can follow. Basically, this guy gets remorseful when this guy working for the biggest drug cartel in China gets remorseful when he needs to massacre this entire village. He risks everything to save this girl. He kills his men. He kills all his guys, and he just basically takes this girl and wants to make her survive. That's the entire plot. And because he betrayed the Triad, the entire city is coming down on him like a nightmare. It's everyone against him. And you think,
and his boys.
You know the traditional things, you meet up with your crew, your old crew, and you think it's all of them against the world, and then you survive it. A couple the traditional thing would be oh, me and my crew, we're gonna take on this entire city, and we're gonna survive like a crew. No, they all die.
His crew gets butchered.
They all die in the most painful ways possible. When I first watched this, before the hour mark, his entire crew was killed except him.
I'm sitting there. I knew it was 2 hours long, and I'm looking. We're 45 minutes in. I'm like, dude, his whole crew just got wiped out.
Yeah, I know, right? And not even a gunshot wound to the head, or it's one painful ways, that assassin chick with the string, who wraps around the hand and pulls the string, and his hand just falls off, and then grabs him by the neck. That's actually a Chinese weapon that takes years of skill to master. So when
she got killed at the end,
Oh yeah. I mean,
Shot
like
herself with her own weapon right in front of her girlfriend.
I was like, or that girl, like white boy Bobby, like he had like one of the best kills. Like he got shot up with the caution white fluorescent. He took it out and he started beating over that one dude's head with what was that?
Smashes it to a pulp. Just a
Yeah,
giant blood mess all over the floor.
yeah, the brains and the skull, like that's art right there. I mean, like, and like
Was
what I appreciate is like there's no quick cut edits. It's all long takes, and it's realistic.
whoever did this fight choreography, you are a master of your profession. These were the type of fights. Whoever was the choreographer for this, I'm sure I can find it. Whoever you are, go work for Disney. Start doing their fight scenes for Star Wars.
No. Sorry, Disney doesn't deserve it. Stay with.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck that. Go work for Warner Brothers. Go do this for like DC for their fight movies or something.
Oh yeah, I mean like, dude, I mean like it's incredible.
You think these fights were real? Some of them.
Yeah, and like what I like about it, I noticed it the second time I watched it. Like when like there are lots of enemies, like the protagonist or the guy, the main fighter, would like grab stuff to like throw it at them to just to, like keep them away for a bit so they can focus on one. That is creative. That is like, yeah, people would exactly do it. And the camera work is nice. Like there's like this one shot like it goes over the people, and like you can see like there's like these hordes of enemies coming at the guy, and like he's trying to hold them up, but they're all like there's so many.
And the cool part is, most of these fights, these aren't just like guns. I mean, lots of these are knife fights. And we're talking like not knife fights like quick cuts like no, we're talking like you see, boom, knife go in, come out, blood spurt, spin around, flip at each other, kick each other in the face, stab each other, slash their throat, cut a limb off. It's insane how good they did with this film.
Yeah,
like the butcher fight at the butcher's place. That was the clip you sent me, right?
Yeah,
It was insane.
Like and then and yeah, they have some great kills. Like the Ito grabs one of the men and he hunks him up on the meat hook. I felt it here.
And it's like, this isn't like in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they'll show it sometimes. You know, the Leatherface picks someone up and go to like put him on the hook, and they like don't actually show the hook go into the skin, but it shows the person get hung. And no, this shows him ram their body right onto the hook, and you see it.
Yeah, like, oh god, it is painful. And then like the butcher fight where like he uses the chainsaw to like cut off the guy's leg. Like, oh, that's painful. That's meant for cutting pig's bones. And
that was a bone saw.
Yeah, and that poor guy's leg got cut off. And then like, or that one dude, like
one dude who had the giant thing of meat fall on him and blow his head up.
Yeah, exactly. Or that one the fight in the armored car where like it's like such a close like claustrophobic fight, and Ito like tases that one guy, and then like they're on the wall, and Ito like grabs a taser, like lights this dude, and then like because like he's having a seizure, he presses his gun, and then
the dude's head just gets blown to pieces.
Or the grenade that he sets off, and like the guy tries to like cover it, and then his face just gets blown off. Like, dude, like that's amazing. And then my god, there's so much to talk about this movie. Like
this whole movie, I mean, it's like like you said, it's a simple story of like top dog of the Triad enforcers turns on them, and basically has like the Triad sending their like grunts and some of their top assassins after him and his squad, and it's just the whole movie is just a lot of fighting and running, basically.
Yeah, I think, and like I love the fact that it's so realistic. Like you could think, like, a typical action movie would be like one guy gets the entire city and like he can win, but no, this is like, when you have like this entire force against you, you have no choice but to run, or at least survive. And I love the fact that honestly, I love the fact that they all die, because like it's kind of morbid, but it's realistic. It's realistic that they all die.
Or like who else are we talking about? Aryan,
yeah.
Okay, so it's like Aryan is like Ito's like best friend, and they kind of like went separate ways, kind of like within the Triad.
Yeah.
And it's just like they have kind of like, you know, the end boss fight. They're both like the biggest
Oh,
badasses. It's like,
we'll talk about that later.
okay, well, yeah, we'll get to, because I got a good point about to make that one. But it's like Arian's first. It's like your first time you see this guy. He's like this small, skinny, shrimpy looking dude.
Yeah.
Takes out a whole fucking club.
Yeah, dude. Like, holy
After
shit.
he smashes, after he pours a glass of wine for the mob boss, and as he's taking a sip of it, smashes the glass into the dude's face, and then just kills all of the guy's enforcers with his bare hands.
Like, holy shit. When it's like, holy.
And he's wearing a 3-piece suit the whole time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's just, and it's just like seeing some of his boys get killed too. It's like,
it was painful.
It. I really wasn't. I was like, okay, like his like best friend is a guy named Faith. I thought Faith was gonna live.
Fatih.
I did not think Faith was gonna get wiped out like he did.
No, his name's Fatih, dude. Fatih, not Faith.
Oh well, I was listening to, because there was I watched this on Netflix for those here in the U.S. There's no English dub, which I'm fine with. I was listening to I think the language I had Indonesian on.
Yeah, same.
The way they pronounced it sounded like Faith.
Yeah.
Just because I was hearing it the way I was reading it.
You'd think Faith would survive, right? Or Fatih would survive, but nah, he got wiped.
I thought he was gonna make it. I had a feeling Bob was gonna go, because Bob was like a violent. He was a drug addict, right?
Yeah.
He looked like dog shit.
No, the whole point of like the reason why Ito and Aryan joined is because Bob was selling drugs to the Triad, and he ended up owing the Triad. That's why they gave their lives so that their crew could survive, right? But now it's like they gave their lives in service to the Triad, so like the crew could survive. But eventually, like it comes back to bite him, and then like the white boy Bobby dies in like the most painful fashion. He gets stabbed here and here, and like he just like, and it's just so disgusting.
Like bad, because it's like he knew fighting the one assassin chick, he knew he was going to die. And it's like I didn't think he was gonna kill her, but I thought he was gonna like maim her at least in some way. But he didn't even do anything to her.
He didn't even try that. He just got
killed.
Yeah, and then like with those two assassin chicks are amazing. Those with the freaking like, I don't even know what we call that string with the ball, and you just choke the girl, and like
the other one has just got like a badass. I don't even know what kind of blade that was.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what kind of blade was, but it was awesome and it was kick-ass. But if
all I know is knife fights, to be good at those, it is a skill that literally anyone on this planet who has like skills with a blade, my hat goes off to you, because that is something that is so hard to master.
Yeah, exactly. And if we're talking about favorite characters, my favorite character is actually not Ito or Aryan. It's the chick on the motor.
Chick?
Yeah, Julie Estelle is actually a
badass.
Julie Estelle plays the operator, who basically is this assassin hired to kill the Triad, and she did so well. Like, Julie Estelle is an action star here in Asia, Chad. So okay. She is like, she's been in other movies with this crew, because it's an entire fine crew. Like the Aryan is played by Iko Uwais, and he's like the modern day Jackie Chan.
When you told me about that, I wasn't sure if you were talking Ito or Aryan.
No, Aryan. Aryan actually, in fact, Aryan plays most of the time good guys. This is the only time where he played a bad guy. You know what?
I wouldn't even say he was a bad guy. I'd almost say more like he was a gray character, because it's like,
yeah,
while he had to keep his loyalty to keep his life, he was working with the Triad so he wouldn't die, but it was obvious he did not want to do what he was doing.
Yeah, he was obviously, he was forced into it. Like, I meant in the sense like Aryan, like Iko Uwais doesn't usually play an antagonist. Like, even in a gray area, he's usually the good guy. You know, I'm the good guy and all that. And when you may watch Headshot, I want to do Headshot soon. he's the main character, and guess who's the antagonist?
Nice.
Who's the antagonist? The operator, Julia Estelle. She's the antagonist.
She was, dude. That scene. Okay, there's a scene where she's fighting because there's the two lesbian assassins, and for those. Oh, why are you bringing that up? They say it in the movie. At one point, they're like fucking around, and somebody is like, "Those goddamn lesbians" or something like that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's like it's obvious that these two assassins, like, they're in a relationship. It's obvious.
Yeah.
And the operator is fighting the white girl one, and like this was like right at the end of the fight. Her like finger was like finished. She just like looks at it and just snaps it right off. Just rips her finger off and drops it. And then proceeds to fucking kill the assassin anyways, missing a finger.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, can we talk about that fight between the operator and the two assassins chicks, please?
That was amazing.
Oh,
that was
awesome,
incredible.
right?
It was so well choreographed in a room, probably maybe the size of the room I'm in right now. And I'm in a room like the size of a decently small office right now.
Right, I know, right? And I like the fact that the blonde chick like turns the crossover. I mean, like, it's hell time. Like, oh shit! Oh shit!
Was like, something's going down.
And then basically it turns out it's a 2 versus 1 fight, and the operator easily dispatches the chick with the string. Like, he uses like. Well,
do you remember what she said to her before they started the fight?
What did she say again?
She was like, "I'm sorry," and the one assassin's like, "Why are you sorry?" And she's like, "That you wore a white shirt."
Oh yeah.
She winds up like basically decapitating her, and her whole shirt is just drenched in blood.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love how like she uses the knife to like entangle her. Like the operator brings out a knife, and she uses the knife to entangle her into like this fucking like knot around her neck, and
she pushes the air conditioning unit out the window.
Yeah, and then she just dies. Like, and then like,
and the thing is, the thing that's on the ball, this isn't like string. This is like twine. This is like metal wire. So it's like when she went to attack her with the knife, this wire was strong enough that the knife couldn't even penetrate it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, and then she's like choking, and then her hand goes down and her fingers are cut off.
Yeah.
Because like, it was so strong. And then like the fight between her and the blonde chick, that she pulls out the finger, and then the blonde chick looks down and her intestines are just out there.
Her intestines are starting to come out of her stomach. And the funny thing is, she still tried. Props to her. She still tried to finish the job. She still ran at the operator. She got killed. But hey, she fought like a warrior.
Yeah, like the operator pushes the blade into her skull. I was like, oh, that is beautiful. But yeah,
it
like,
was.
Man, people. Okay, if you thought Logan was violent, that is zero compared to this.
This is violence. This is amazing. So let's tackle the final fight, because I think
want to tackle the final fight. Like,
let's do it. What do you got to say?
The final fight, the lead.
This was, but okay. I don't care which one you want to put in. Like, say one of these guys was John Wick, he would have died. I do not know how these men survived this fight.
No, but like I mean like
these guys were bleeding from nearly every orifice of their body at the end of this fight.
That sad. Like the lead up to the fight was great. Like there's like these crew members, and then like he's like Eco's like taking like
he rips the bag off of a pool table with pool balls and crushes a man's skull.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, he castrates one dude. I'm pretty sure he did, right? And then like
he took a hook and lifted him up by it and threw him on the pool table and then ripped it right off of him.
Yeah, he castrated him on. And then that wasn't painful enough. Like he got the guy's shotgun, he knocked it off him, he killed him. 3 guys are coming in, he threw the gasoline on, shot the gasoline. They all burned.
That was awesome. I love it because it's like most of this, like there's some kind of like music playing. Right then it's like the guys walk in, there's just no music. You just see thunk, gas can falls, boom, he shoots it, ignites it, they all go up in flames.
All right, now let's talk about the end fight.
Oh, jeez.
Chad, the end fight. A 10-minute karate match.
It was like, how long was it? Like 10, 15 minutes straight of just kicking, stabbing. At one point, I think Ito broke his hand and RM broke his leg.
Yeah, because
Ito broke his hand when he punched the steel beam, and Aryan broke his leg when he tried to kick him and missed and kicked the beam.
Oh yeah, when that hurt so much, and like it hurt more when Aryan grabbed the box cutter and
right in his mouth, and Ito just bites it.
He cut the box cutter and he bit off the box cutter
as the blade is still sticking out of his cheek.
And he takes it out like, oh man, or when Aryan takes like the box of thumbtacks and just jams the box in Ito's face. It's like, oh, that's painful.
It's just it's non-stop brutality. It's incredible to watch.
Oh my God.
Like, there's no way either of these men should be alive at this point. They've been impaled, stabbed. I'm pretty sure both of them got shot. I know Ito had been sliced with a sword multiple times in this movie. That's another thing. These characters are constantly getting hurt through the whole film, and it takes place over what? A day and a half, maybe? And they have no time to, like, rest or heal up from this shit?
Yeah. I mean, like John McGowan says doctor, but this one's like, you can see, like, Ito, when he fights Aryan, he's not in, like, his prime shape, you know? He's, like, already damaged. He's, like, he's taking hits. And Aryan is clearly his prime because he's never fought anyone. He's like, yeah, I'm, like, and then they still beat each other to a standstill, like, oh, that's painful.
And I love the way it ends. Like, Ito gets the upper hand.
He lets go.
Yeah, he's about to kill Aryan, and Aryan's like, do it. And Ito's like, you can't kill what's already dead. And he just walks away from him. And then the Triad walks in and just blows Aryan away.
Oh, yeah. I felt so bad.
Dude, there was like 6 people with machine guns pump Aryan full of bullets. He falls down and he's still alive. And then one dude walks up and just plugs him right in the head. But it's like, damn. Yeah, that guy was like Superman.
I know, right? And then I love the way it ends. Like, Ito drops off the girl, and then like
he like puts her in a boat, and he's like, "Go, flee now."
Go. Yeah, because like he knows that he knows that not that he's gonna die, but he knows that even if he heals from the severe beating he got, he's never gonna be at peace, because the girl's never gonna be at peace because he's always going to be with it, and he's always going to have a target at the back of his head, right? So what does he do? He gets in his car. He sees the entire, like, assassin army. He turns on the car, and he just, like, drives towards them and starts, like, yelling and smiling like some maniac, and that's where it ends. That's where it ends. He just... Did he survive?
Oh, hell no. Not the amount of people that were shooting at him. He was finished, but it's like... The thing you wonder, and that's what I like about that cliffhanger, is how many did he take out? How many did he take out before he finally died?
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? I'm fine with not knowing. I don't need to know. Yeah. And you know what? I don't ever need a sequel to this. Never. There's no point. The story's done.
The director adamantly said that there's no sequel. This is
I'm saying that more in like a general sense of good. I don't want one. The story was fine. There is no more story. Unless, and I might get some shit for this, and hear me out. That's why I'm starting to lose interest in John Wick, because it's like they started out as what was a pretty simple story, and now it has escalated into this giant fucking global thing, and it's like you just keep adding more and more and building it up and building it up. What happened to the days of just a movie coming out and telling its story? And that's what I loved about this was. It had a story to tell, and it told it. There's nothing more that needs to come out of this. Yeah, exactly. Do I want to know? I mean, okay, like there could be people. Maybe Ito survives. No, he fucking didn't. No. Even if he drives straight at this small army right there, he's only going to maybe maximum, if he makes it to the crowd, take out 10 of them. He's still going to have people on all sides firing right into the car. He's dead. So it just comes down to how many did he kill? But that's not important. The important was that he fought to the bitter end to see how many he could take out before he finally died.
Exactly. And I kind of want to see a spin-off on the operator because she's cool. But
Yes, that would be something I'd want to see. What comes next for her? Now that she's missing a finger, this all bullshit's done.
out of
Now it's
everyone,
what comes next for her.
yeah, she survived, right? Out of everyone in the movie, she survived, right?
Besides Raina, it was Raina, right?
Yeah, Raina
Raina
was
was the little girl. Her story, another one, don't need to see her story.
no,
Give her a happy ending. The
she,
boat goes to Japan and they find her and there's something in her backpack that describes where she came from and she's protected. Boom, there's her story. We don't need another movie.
no. The only if they're ever gonna make a sequel to this or a spin-off, the only thing I want to see come from it is what happened to the operator. That's
yeah, what's her next job?
Yeah, because you could clearly see like this is just like one job for her. Like she came in.
Yeah, her story was a tiny little speck of her life compared to this story right here. She showed up, she got her shit done, and now it's time. Now what else? What else is on her agenda?
Yeah, exactly. Like she said she was tasked with murdering all the Triad assassins, and there's like 6 of them, right? And
the high seas.
The 6 C's, right? So she only took out 2. Well, not even 2. Aryan got killed by the Triad, and Ito died by the Triad's hand also. So there are still 4 left. So I want to know what happens. Does she finish her mission? Like, what is her story? Like, why is she like this? I want to see that, but I don't want to see any more of Ito's story. Ito's dead. Ito's dead, and the girl survived. Like,
boom. If we're gonna focus any more on this world that they've established in this film, follow the operator. That's all that's left to do.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe like.
And I don't want to see where she came from. I want to see what comes next.
Yeah. Also,
I can't stand those "where did they come from" prequels sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see.
Who cares?
All I want to see is I want to see her finish the job. The 4 other 6 C's, I want her to see that job finished. And then if the director chooses to make her live, great. If she chooses to make her die, also fine with me. I just want to know like what happens to her. Because like she was a great character, and I want to see more of where she comes from. But Julie Estelle, she has been in other action movies, and I want to review them soon, or at least maybe.
She's in a couple more we got coming up in this series of films, right?
Yeah. So I really want to see what happens next, and I'm glad, Chad. I'm glad that you watched this because I'm happy you enjoyed it because this is one of my favorite action movies ever. I can
see why.
I mean, like I love I love Fallout and John Wick as much as the next two, but this is like takes the cake on like what an action movie should be.
Yeah, and it's like that's another thing I'm loving about this series is of these us suggesting stuff to each other is it really is as opposed to like the retrospectives. It really is a chance for us to like almost dive into something we might never have gone into. Like I probably never would have gone into these unless you were like, "Hey, check these out. Let's watch them and then talk about them." So it's like that's why I'm loving this because it's so cool that we're able to share stuff that we love with the other ones and see these first reactions from each other.
Exactly.
Oh, and just for the record, people, most of the time we hide our reactions from each other until we hit these reviews.
Exactly. That's why
we might talk during the movie because normally we watch these at the same time, even though there's a 12-hour time difference. But normally we'll message Durham like, "Oh shit, that just happened," or "What part are you at?" Even though we're at the same point. Yeah. But yeah, we generally try to save our first initial reactions and thoughts until we hit these reviews because it gives us more of a chance to like be prepared for what not be prepared, I should say, for what the other one's gonna say or think.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you watched this. I know it's one of these movies where I would rewatch it any single day to like.
This is one of those movies. I've got a couple friends I want to show this to.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna have to tell them, put your damn phones down. You can't be on your phone during this movie because they don't speak English. So you got to pay attention to the subtitles. Poor you. Put the phone down for a while.
Yeah, but like, so what are the subtitles? Oh my god. Like,
it didn't bother me. At first, I was like, oh, really? I got to do the subs. But after 5 minutes, I was fine.
Exactly, right? And like, does it bother me? Movie? No, it doesn't. I mean, you have to look down and see a bit, but like, it's not. It's kick ass, I'm telling you, and I'm glad that you saw this. So for people, so I'm not sure if The Night Comes for Us is on DVD there. I
from what I've seen, I put something on Twitter last night when I was talking about it, and I do know somebody who follows me commented back on my post and was like, I wish they'd put it on Blu-ray in the States. So I don't think it is. But guys, it's on Netflix. That's where I watched it.
Us, if you have a Netflix subscription, The Night Comes for Us is free. For comparison, it's also here. It's also free here in the Philippines. For comparison, Rise of Skywalker is $20 on Blu-ray. This is free, and it's a way better movie. Okay.
Way better story. Way better.
It's a way better story.
Way better fighting. Way better action. Way better everything.
Way better everything. Don't watch shit like that.
Watch this, definitely. If you have not seen this, I urge you, go watch it. Let us know what you think. Because it's like we just covered the violence in this episode, but I mean you're not really gonna understand what we're saying. I mean you might because oh yeah cool, but it's like watching it you'll see how realistic this fight choreography was.
Oh, this movie's brilliant. I love this movie.
It is.
All right, so that's it for today. I mean, like, guys, if you haven't seen The Night Comes for Us, if you are into that kind of violence, like. Yeah, and like, and I just want to put it out there. This movie's not for everyone. If you don't like the violence, the ripping out of intestines and like cutting off.
You know what? I was watching one of the fights and I quickly like Snapchatted a video of some of the fight choreography. I sent it to a friend of mine. She watched it, messaged me back like right after, and she's like, "Why the hell would you send me that? I was right in the middle of eating dinner."
Exactly. Like this. Like I would say like Night Comes for Us is like Joker and Schindler's List. It's really not for everyone. Like you will watch this and be like if you like romance movies or if you like lighter movies, I wouldn't recommend this to you. But if you have like a strong like stomach and you can watch shit like this, or not shit like this, awesomeness like this, then please give it a shot. It's awesome. For the Filipino fans out there watching, it's on Netflix like right now, along with other action movies like this. So please give it a watch. And yeah, it's just amazing. So guys, thank you for watching. I've been Santino. Have a good one.
Guys, I'm Chad. Thanks for listening in. See you soon.